to my channel. I'm Trophy, aka TROPHDOPH, and today I'm finally doing my teacher Q&A. In my last video, I asked you guys to drop me any questions that you have whatsoever about teaching, and you did, so that's why I'm back to answer all of your questions. Before we get into the video, I want to talk to you guys about this one piece that I have right here. This is like a onesie type thing. It's a jumpsuit and it's from ONPIECE USA. The one that I have on is called the Air jumpsuit, and it has a lot of different zippers on it. It kind of reminds you of like some Air Force type stuff, and so does the color. So it has a lot of little zippers, and it has a long zipper that goes all the way down. Like, this is literally a one piece, like, ha. And at the bottom, your feet are out. It's not closed in like a baby onesie or anything like that. So you can wear it outside, and it's very durable. It has really, really thick material. So it's not just for inside wear. You can also wear it outside. I wanted one of these for like so long, y'all, when it first came out. I know you probably seen celebrities wear these. They're just so cute, and they're really, really comfortable. This one that I have also has a hoodie on, and it actually, the zipper, you can zip it all the way up and the hoodie closes. So it's just like, if you want to do that, you could do that. But anyway, make sure you guys go check out their jumpsuits, and I also have a coupon code, which is TROPHDOPH, and you get 20% off of your jumpsuit. So their website is ONPIECE.com, so make sure you guys go check them out. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the questions. Okay, so I have the questions on my phone, and I asked you guys on like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and I know in my last video you guys left questions, so I'm just gonna get them from everywhere. And if you don't know, I am a second grade teacher. This is my 4th year teaching, so I'm gonna just answer all your questions, and let's just get started without all this extra talking. So my first question says, I would love to know how you meal plan and how you budget as a teacher. As far as meal planning go, I don't really do that. I cook every night. If you follow me on Snapchat, you know I cook every single night religiously, and then whatever I have left over from dinner, I just pack it for lunch. So I always make enough so that I can have enough for lunch. So that's what I do pretty much every day. And then the days that I don't feel like cooking, I either get like a small salad, or if I have a pizza, I'll take the leftovers from that, or whatever. Usually whatever I have the night before, I just take the leftovers for work. Or on the days that I just really am not prepared, then I'll go and get something to eat. But I hardly ever go and get fast food at work or anything like that, because it takes a long time to get there, and my break is only 30 minutes, and I'm usually rushing. So I like to pack my lunch, and it saves a lot of money. And the other half of the question was, how do you budget as a teacher? Y'all, budgeting is like the hardest thing ever. Like, I have really cracked down in the last couple of months, but before then, my spending habits were horrible. As far as budgeting, I make sure I get the important things out the way first, like my rent, my car note, my phone bill, all the electricity, things like that. I get that out the way. And eating at home has really helped me to save a lot of money, so I eat at home a lot, and I really don't go out much, because right now I'm in like saving mode, because I have to recover from all the years and months and months and months of bad spending. So I've really just been trying to lay low. I haven't been shopping that much. I haven't been eating out a lot or anything like that. So as far as budgeting, I'm still trying to get the hang of it, but I would just say, do not live above your means. When you're getting an apartment or you're looking for a place to stay, don't get anything that you know you cannot afford. Don't just try to keep up with everybody else. I wish I would have learned that a couple years ago, but just, you know how much you get paid, and teachers do not get paid a lot at all. So just get what you can afford and don't overspend, and you'll be fine. This next question says, I teach 1st grade. I am constantly taking home work throughout the weekdays and even for the weekend. Our school starts out at 2:45, and I'm lost leaving at 1/4 till, oh, her school lets out at 2:45, and I'm leaving at 1/4 till 5. Oh my God, most school nights. Girl, I know, shameful. It appears that you have a well-managed system. How do you balance work and home life? My work life is a consistent intrusion on my home life. This is like a really big issue with teachers, because teaching is, people think that teaching is just like, oh, I get the whole summer off, and I get weekends off, and I get holidays off, and blah 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 blah. Teaching is hard, y'all. You have to do all the extra stuff. First of all, you have to grade papers. You have to what else do you have to do? You gotta grade papers, you gotta do lesson plans, you have to like make small group little lesson plans. It's like a whole bunch of little stuff that you have to do. And on top of that, you have to deal with administration. So girl, I understand your pain. My first year was just like that. I would like work on my lesson plans all night long and just my grading papers and just everything, and it was just so stressful. So this year I decided that I was not gonna take any work home at all, and I didn't want to stay late either. Every day I give myself a deadline of the time that I'm gonna stay late. My school lets out at, our duty time is over at like 3:30, and I tell myself that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday I don't stay no later than 4 o'clock, and then on Thursday, that's like my lesson planning day, so I will stay till 5. But any other day, like, no, I do not stay late. The most I stay late is about 30 minutes. And the way that I'm able to leave and not have work to take home or do anything like that is throughout the days I'm really working. So during my planning time, we get like an hour of planning time. I really make sure that I get everything done during that time, like all my graded papers, I do that during that time. If I have any emails to answer or any documents to put together, anything like that, I do during that time. Sometimes during my lunchtime I may work, so I'd rather work through my lunch and have like a 15-minute lunch and then go work for about 15 minutes than to stay late after school and work. So the main thing that I've learned is just to work. When you're at work, do not have any time that you're just sitting doing nothing. Make sure that your whole day is just jam-packed so you can go on time. So I wouldn't say that my work is less of a load. I just make sure that I just pack it in during my breaks. Even at recess, sometimes I take out papers to grade or do something really quick out there. So anytime that I can get to do anything that I need to get done, that's when I do it. So I would say just make sure that you're using your time wisely and you just get it done. Because you say you get off at 2:45, I would say that your deadline time that you should leave every day is like 3:30. So tell yourself, I'm leaving at 3:30. And trust me, if you know that you're gonna leave at 3:30 and no matter what, you gotta leave at 3:30, you're gonna get more work done because it's gonna make you wanna work harder. It's gonna make you wanna just get the stuff done faster. So you're not really procrastinating or anything like that. So I would say give yourself a set time and try to just cram as much stuff as you can in that time, because like staying late after work is like, ugh. I hope those things work out for you, girl. Let me know, because taking work home is the worst. Okay, the next question says, what tips do you have for getting through your first year of teaching? Also study tips on passing the certification test in Texas. Okay, I got a Texas teacher, girl. All right, so let's start with the certification test. The thing that helped me the most was, it's called Certified Teacher, I think. Let me look it up because I forgot the name of it, but I think it's called Certified Teacher. I looked it up and it is called Certified Teacher, and my school actually purchased this for us because it's like $100 and something program, and it's like so good. It has flashcards and it has a lot of different practice questions, and those questions, the practice questions that they have on the website are the exact, well, not the exact same questions, but they are very, very similar to the questions that you'll see on the test. And the good thing about it is they let you know why you got the answer right or why you got the answer wrong, and it gives you an explanation for each answer choice. Like, this is the reason why this answer choice is wrong, this is the reason why this one was right. So Certified Teacher is a really, really good resource. If you can't afford Certified Teacher, which I know I wouldn't have been able to afford, I would just get like the latest teacher certification book, which I don't know, it's been so long since I've done that. But if you're at a school, just ask like the professor or whatever which one would they recommend, and I would get that one. If not, you can kind of look on Amazon or Google it. Also, another tip I would have for taking tests in Texas is a thing that they are really, really big on is ESL students, because we're obviously in Texas and we're right next to Mexico, so you're going to see a lot of questions about ESL, like a lot of questions about those kind of students. So in those type of situations, just always think like it's the perfect classroom. They like to see inclusion. Obviously, if they're new to the language, them hearing other students talk is going to help them catch on and learn the language a lot quicker. So a lot of group work, if you see any of the answer choices with group work, I would choose that. Also, they like to see a lot of flashcards. So that's if they're learning new words or whatever, then you would have the word on the flashcard and the picture to go along with it, because that kind of helps them to identify a lot of the words in the English language. That's all I could pretty much think of right now off the top of my head. But the main thing is to just act like you're in the perfect classroom, because the test asks you questions like you're in a perfect classroom, which we know, like in a regular classroom, these things would not work. But any question or any situation or scenario, act like you're in the perfect classroom. And the other question was, what are some tips that you have for getting through your first year of teaching? I'm actually gonna make a whole entire video about this because I think that this is so crucial. I wish I would have had a video to just look at and learn, because my first year was so hard, you guys. And let me know if you want to see like a teacher experience video talking about my experience with teaching so far, because I will definitely put that out ASAP, because it has not always been nice. My main tip would be to ask questions, not to the principal. Do not ask the questions to the principal. And the reason why I say this is because even though you're new, you have to act like you kind of already know. You have to be confident. So don't go run into the principal asking them questions whenever you can ask your coworkers. Your coworkers are like your best resource because they've been teaching, they have experience. So especially the people on your team, get really, really close with them and ask them anything and everything. And they'll, trust me, they'll understand. They've been in the same position before. Learn from them. But do not go run to the principal. Let that be your last person to talk to, because trust me, if you keep bugging the principal, you're gonna be on their radar. So I would say just ask your coworkers questions, anything that you want to know. And good websites to look on are Pinterest. That is like the best website for anything you want to know. If you want to learn how to teach anything, they give you anchor charts, they give you strategies, they give you websites. I would look on Pinterest. Teachers Pay Teachers is also a good website. I would say make sure that you have a good classroom management system in place. If you don't have good classroom management, then you're not going to teach the kids. Like, they're not gonna listen, they're gonna just run over you. So the main thing is make sure you set procedures and make sure you have good classroom management. So on day one, you have to be mean. Like, I know that sounds harsh, but you have to be mean on day one, like brutally mean. Okay, not that mean, but you cannot be nice to these kids on day one, because they will run over you and the rest of your year will be horrible. But anyway, I'm not gonna go too much into all of that, because I'm gonna have a specific video all about my tips for new teachers. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. All right, so my next question says, can you share with us what made you decide to become a teacher? Honestly, it wasn't like passion or just because I love kids. Whenever I was in college, I really didn't know what I wanted to do, and I thought that teaching would be an easy option, so I just became a teacher. That sounds so bad, but like, that's really why I became a teacher. And I just thought that it would be so easy and fun, just play with kids and just do arts and crafts and things like that. And it was not anything like that. When I first got the idea to become a teacher, I just wanted to be a kindergarten teacher, and I just wanted to teach them how to read, and it would just be so much fun. But that all changed. I really don't see myself being a teacher for many, many years from now. I think that it's just one part of my life. I want to like do other things in my life, but yeah, that's why I became a teacher. Her next question was, what do you have to do to become one? And you have to go to college. You have to have at least a bachelor's degree. You don't have to have a degree in education though. My degree is in education, but it can be in pretty much anything. And then after you graduate from college, you have to take 2 tests in Texas. You have to take the generalist test, which pretty much tests you to see if you know the content that you're actually teaching. And then the other test is the PPR, and that just tests if you know like the practices and the strategies for teaching. So that's all I had to do. And then after that, I applied for jobs and I became a teacher. She also asked, what are my likes and dislikes of teaching? My likes are I have holidays off. I have a lot of time off. Kids are hilarious, man. They just say some of the most hilarious things ever. That's another thing. Like, if you are a teacher, you'll be laughing for days because kids are so funny. And like some of the stuff you do, it's like, what? How did they even come to your mind? Like, how Kids are just really, really funny. So that's another good thing about teaching, is hilarious kids. And also whenever I really make a breakthrough with a student, especially if I have a struggling student and I just see that they're really learning and they're really grasping what I'm teaching, that just makes me feel so good. Like when my class gets something and I like right away, or if they get something and we've been working on it and they finally get it, it just makes me feel so good. I'm like, oh, I'm so proud of y'all. And I treat my kids like my babies. I'm like, oh, my babies, y'all make me so proud. You're so smart. I just love it. And my kids right now, they're like sponges. Anything I teach them, they just soak it up and they just always want to share it with me. So that just makes me feel so good. Dislikes for teaching. The pay. The pay is ridiculously low. We need a raise. We need a raise right now. I'm laughing, but I'm so serious. Sometimes parents can be very, very difficult. So dealing with parents can kind of be annoying at times. And what are your future goals as a teacher? Well, as a teacher, I just want to continue to be great and just continue to teach my kids. But as far as in the future, I don't want to be a teacher for that much longer. So I guess my goals is just to get up out of there. And also, I do want to make more money. And teaching is like, at a certain point, that's all you're gonna do. That's all you're gonna get. So I want to just advance and just grow and do other things with my life. The next question says, I'm a preschool teacher. I'm going back to school for my bachelor's in early child minor special education. How did you manage school and work? I'm 25 years old from San Diego. So whenever I was in school, I did work a part-time job, and I guess the way that I managed it was making lists. I always made lists, is like the thing that helped me to stay so organized. I made lists of things that I had to do, and I always set a certain amount of time that I had to study and a certain amount of time that I had to be at work. And sometimes I just had to work. Like, I didn't have no social life. So the main thing I did was just stay focused on my goals. I knew that this was like a short amount of time where I just had to work, and just get it done no matter how tired I am. So just stay focused on your goals and keep the end in mind and just put in the work. Make sure you set a nice amount of time so that you can get your work handled. Handle your business. Also, making lists, like I said earlier, is really good because it keeps you on track and it feels good to just check stuff off or cross stuff off. And yeah, congratulations on going back to school too, girl. My next question says, I will be finishing my bachelor's in ECE this spring. What is a good starting point when looking for employment? A good starting point is, first of all, making sure that you have your certification, and then after that, making sure that you have a good resume and making sure that you have a nice cover letter. All a resume does is let you know like where you worked and stuff. A cover letter lets you know like what are your goals and what can you bring to the job and things like that. So you can get a little bit more personal. And then from there, I would apply with a district, maybe go to some job fairs. From my experience, job fairs are like so oversaturated that it's kind of pointless, but I would still go because people still get hired. And I would say try to apply everywhere. Don't be super picky, but don't accept anything. So just apply for as many schools that interest you as possible. So if there are like, let's say 100 schools in your area, I would apply for a good 50 of them. I know when I first started looking for jobs, my goal was to apply for like 5 schools a day. And when I did that, I would actually apply for the job. I would send them my resume and I would find the principal's email address. Then I would send them a personal cover letter, including like the school name. It would be the same cover letter, but I would tweak it just a little bit to have the school name, look at their statistics a little bit, and talk about why I would be good for the job. So make sure that you email the principals personally. And if you can, actually go up to the schools and give them your cover letter and your resume. You have to be really persistent in getting a job. It's kind of like a job, trying to get a job. So make sure that you are like just applying for as many as possible, because the more you apply for, the more that you kind of have exposure to and a better chance that you'll have a job. My next question says, do students ask about your hair? Do they ask to touch your hair? No, not really. No, my kids don't really ask to touch my hair. I know a couple years ago I had a little girl and her mom, I guess, had just cut her hair and it was like really short, and it was like at the beginning of the school year, and I always wore my natural hair. And then later on she wore a puff. It was like towards the end and it had grown a lot. She's like, I look like Miss Douglas now. And her hair was like, it had really grown, and I could tell like I was an influence on her to like really love her hair, because she just like, I don't know, she just was like a little mini me. It was so cute for her to embrace it. It's really important for little black girls to see teachers or people that they're really close to, like adults, embrace their natural hair, because then they'll love it more. So I feel like I really helped her to embrace her little natural hair. It was so sweet. And then this year, one of my kids, because sometimes I wear weave to school and sometimes I wear my puffs or whatever, and one of my kids was like, why don't you wear your hair big anymore? Because I had a weave. And I was like, I don't know, sometimes I'm gonna wear it big one day. And then he was like, yes! And he was like a little white kid, and he was so happy about me having my big afro. It was so funny. I just bust out laughing. All right, you guys, so that concludes the teacher Q&A. I hope I answered all of your questions to the best of my ability. And if I didn't answer your question, just leave it below and I will answer it down below, and maybe a couple of other people can chime in if we have any more teachers as well. As usual, I need suggestions, y'all. Let me know what other teacher videos you want to see, because I do want to continue to have this as part of my channel. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.